Hey y'all, it's your girl Stephanie, and this is Wrestling in Color Podcast. Make sure you thumbs up and thumbs down this video. Subscribe. Make sure you turn on notification. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Those links are in the banner and in the other different places on this page. Listen, I want to take the time to have a conversation with y'all about what I'm seeing in the internet community. Now, the thing that is annoying me, and I'm about to do what I'm about to complain about, is y'all complain about other people who complain and what they are complaining about because you feel like it's not as optimal as what you think is important. Let me explain something to y'all really quick. This is a diverse community as of late. There's black people, Arab people, English people, all over the world that enjoy wrestling, and they want representation. They want certain things, and they feel like this is how things should be going. It needs to be all inclusive. We got transgenders, we have homosexuals wrestling, and all of these great things are happening. We got the women over in Saudi Arabia. I already spoke on that. Listen, do not tell someone what they are complaining about is stupid and, oh, you're fickle and dumb. Understand, throughout history, in order for something to be changed, you have to speak up and complain about whatever it is that is putting your boxers and panties in a bunch. Whether it's racism, and I know a lot of you wrestling fans, a majority of you Caucasian, have an issue when somebody brings up racism. If they feel there is racism afoot, let them let it out, and then we can break it down. Do not dismiss them. If they feel there is sexism, and there is plenty in wrestling. Ageism, there is plenty in wrestling. Ableism, there is plenty in wrestling. And all the other isms that you can think of, there is plenty of. If someone wants to point that shit out, you need to let them unpack it, and then after they're done, you can chime in. Do not gaslight, do not strawman, and do not be a jackass in the comments of whoever it is that is complaining. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of hearing people say, oh, Jordan Miles, he quiet now. Look, he quiet. Ain't nobody talking about him now. You know why? Because the media has a tendency to move you along and you don't even realize it. Okay? There's a lot of stuff going on that is not in the media, but it is on Twitter. Twitter has made a lot more things vocal. Twitter has made a lot more things visible. Just because you turn on NBC, ABC, and Fox and don't see what Jordan Miles is talking about does not mean Jordan Miles has moved on. Now, I see a lot of you are upset about him calling Jay Lethal or Uncle Tom. We don't know what these men are dealing with behind the scenes. Maybe Jay Lethal did something that was Uncle Tomish. Who the fuck knows? Okay? Listen. If I am complaining about something, I have a right to complain about it. It does not mean I hate the product. It does not mean I'm destroying the product. It does not mean I hate the situation. It does not mean I'm destroying the situation. It means in order for something to get done and to change, you have to complain. Great example. Bray Wyatt. Firefly Funhouse was the best thing going on WWE. I love The Fiend. I love everything about it. It's campy. It reminds me of old school WWE, okay? With the characters and all this other stuff. What happened at Hell in a Cell was devastating for a lot of us wrestling fans because everyone was built up and prepared to receive what we had been waiting for, to get the climax to the story. You got him beating up fucking Seth Rollins for what, 2 months, and then when you finally get to wrap up the story and give us the ending that we are supposed to have, it does not happen. So you know what happened? We complained. We as wrestling fans complained and moaned and said no, 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 and this is what WWE decided to do. They thought they were rectifying the situation by giving Bray Wyatt of The Fiend the Universal Championship at Crown Jewel, which I do not agree with and I'm not happy about because I feel like that should have happened in front of U.S. audiences because we are more invested in this product. And that should have happened at Hell in a Cell. You have to hit the hammer, hit the iron while it's hot. You cannot make glass after it's cooled off. You can't make a vase and shape it when it's already cooled. You got to do it while it's hot. And then you cool it off. Had you gave Bray Wyatt Hell in a Cell at that time, that Universal Championship at that pay-per-view, You could have did what the fuck you wanted to do at the end. We'd have all been happy and we'd have been like, okay, let's move on. But you destroyed him. You destroyed him. You destroyed the mystique. What now that Bray Wyatt has the belt? I'm just saying here, no one can take the belt from him. I already said it. I've been saying it on my Instagram. If you follow me on Instagram, I do a lot of these little true or false situations and ask questions in these posts. And one of my posts was, Bray Wyatt is basically a mystical figure and does not need a Universal Champion. Shit, he could have ran roughshod all through the WWE Universe and still been a badass character. But WWE saw money. They saw people get excited. They got turned on and they went nuts. And they did what they did, and it really ruined and chipped away at the mystique of Bray Wyatt, okay? And now with this, quitting and moving back and forth, it just you just make things more harder than they need to be. Undertaker does not have a bunch of titles, but he had a winning streak, and when that winning streak was destroyed, the mystique was destroyed, and now you got him trying to, wrestle and look a mess, and it's all a mess, and he's taking 20 minutes to get to the ring, and the whole thing is just fucked up for me. When I went to WWE Live last year, and we saw the Undertaker that year, because they were going to, I believe this was the year that Triple H, Shawn Michaels, Undertaker, and Kane was wrestling out in Saudi Arabia. And he came to the ring and everybody was excited, it was electrifying, was happy. And then after that, you just keep fucking doing it. You keep doing it. Now, I just want to say, those who think that I'm just complaining about WWE is the grandpappy of all of this shit. This is the oldest wrestling promotion. It bought out all the other wrestling promotions. It's a monopoly in this wrestling promotion. Okay, so yes, when WWE don't do right and don't do simple shit, I'm going to complain. Now, in the case of AEW just started, okay? They only been on for 6 weeks. I'm not going to just sit here and hammer them, and they really haven't gotten their feet wet. Right now, I'm enjoying what's going on. I'm trying to keep up with AEW. The problem I'm having right now is the Brandy Rhodes storyline. So if anyone who's listening can explain to me what Brandy Rhodes is now doing. Is she a voodoo priestess? They showed the clip of her, burning candles, and she got a pentagon, it looked like, and then you got old girl, I forgot her name, wrestling, the big black woman wrestling, who's also on Glow, great show. She's over there, and they breaking shit. I don't know what's happening here. I don't know what. If anyone wants to explain that to me, fine. I'm trying to find it in their, on their page in terms of AEW, but there's a transformation happening, and I don't know what's going on. Okay, boom, there's my issue with AEW. You gonna have to explain that shit to me, because if you making the only black woman outside of the other one into a voodoo priestess, you really about to toe the line on some stereotypical bullshit, and I don't want that to happen, because you all made it a point to say you're diverse, you're inclusive, and you're going to add all of this great stuff, and you're going to stay away from stereotypes and be more mindful. Please don't Kong, that's who Kong is in the video. Please don't do that. Think about what you finna do. That's it. I just want to just take the time to say and have a quick conversation with y'all. I can complain about what the fuck I want, just like you can complain about the fuck you want. Now, it's a line you cross. There's a guy that's on Twitter who was going in on Seth Rollins. So, his name is Cult of Personality, I guess. Now at NXT. Now, the guy was really charged up about Seth Rollins, and he felt right that he could go ahead and say what he wanted about Seth Rollins, and whoever had a problem with it is too fucking bad. Now, this is the problem. He was calling Seth Rollins out of his name and telling him how much he hated him and whoop. And that's cool. But when you get fanatical to the point where you on Instagram and it's to all those followers unfollowing me because of Sexy Poo blocking me, fuck you too. If that upsets you enough to drop me, then you're fucking phonies, and I don't need your fake friendship. Listen, this is that when you getting like that in your disdain for some wrestling, you might want to step away. I understand wrestling is entertainment. It is what it is. But what I don't like is when my logic and you know, the storyline is stupid and you're wasting my time, and it's just like, you know, I feel dumb and what the fuck is going on and I can't keep up. I don't like that. Give me the storyline, let's do it, and that's it. Give me some good wrestling in between and we can have a good show. That's all I'm talking about. I just want the shit to make sense. So that is what my complaint is. Please make sense. I don't know what the fuck is going on, Brandy Rose. That shit don't make sense to me. What I saw this past AEW Dynamite. I don't understand what the fuck is going on with the Universal Championship and the WWE Championship just willy-nilly switching shows. They're going to have to explain that on Monday. Okay, I know Seth Rollins is going through something personal. I think he is taking what is going on personally. And I also have a video about that. If you take the time out, it's Seth Rollins. There's a couple videos in there of his moments where he is taking what the fans are saying personally. When we are right to complain about a product we pay for. If you pay for the WWE Network, it's $10 a month. You can complain about it. If you are watching the WWE product on either Raw, FS1, USA, Fox, whatever, you can complain about this. Okay? If you go to Chipotle and you get you a burrito bowl and take it home and now you fucking got salmonella poisoning, you can complain because someone didn't wash their hands. And that is it. Stop complaining about other people who are complaining about something that you don't think is a big deal to you. It's dismissive and it's annoying as fuck. And that's all I say when I see people complain. Oh, I don't see nobody complaining. You complaining because no one's complaining. Shut the fuck up and sit down. And that's what I wanted to say. It's your girl Stephanie, and this is Conversations with Wrestling in Color. Listen, be back. I got a lot of stuff I'm working on. I'm having a good time. Things take time because I got a life, you know. I am living it the best way I can, but I love doing what I'm doing right now. I am on my road to 100, and do all that stuff I ask. Comment, subscribe, like, thumbs up, thumbs down, and Instagram and Twitter. Follow me, all that good stuff. I will be checking in with y'all a little bit later. All right, deuces.